Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, y'all. So today I'm gonna show y'all how to season these ribs. When you season ribs, you need to make sure you put a lot of seasoning on them and stop seasoning them with salt and pepper because you need more than that. Do you see all these seasonings I'm showing you? Them all the seasonings I used on these ribs. And them the ones where y'all probably don't have to use all of them, okay? I am a little bit exaggerated when I say use all of them, but it is important to use a great amount of seasoning on some ribs. Because if y'all do not know, ribs have a really beefy taste if you don't put a lot of seasoning on them. I'm telling you, they don't taste as flavorful as they would if you would put that season on those ribs. I be looking at y'all ribs. This is really why I made this video, because I be looking at y'all ribs and I see that y'all really don't know what y'all doing when it comes to ribs. So let me put y'all on game. Let me put y'all on game. So what you want to do is you want to season your ribs with some onion garlic powder and some abaduro. You could use some roasted garlic seasoning, some beef seasoning. Just make sure you use a lot of them, okay? If 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 the color don't change once you get done seasoning, then you ain't seasoning enough. You need some more. And then once you put that seasoning on there, you want to get you some peppers because the seasoning is not enough, guys. The seasoning is okay. It's a great start to preparation, but it's not all that you need. And you want to put some foil on the bottom of the pan and you're going to put some foil on the top of the pan. So you're going to cover the pan up. So you let that seasoning marinate in there with those peppers and with those ribs. And guess what you get? Amazing flavor. You gonna get some amazing flavor. And so while I got y'all attention, y'all need to just go ahead and subscribe to my channel so I can teach y'all how to cook better. And then I can teach y'all how to do hair too. If you're a woman, I can teach you how to do your hair too. Because I'm a one-stop shop girly, baby. I could do your hair. I could cook your food. I could do whatever you need me to do, baby. Because that's who I am. I am her. I do this, okay? And this is me cutting up these bell peppers. You don't gotta cut them up small. You could just cut them up, you know, like I'm cutting them up. Because I don't really know how this is. Is that horizontal or vertical? Anyways, you cut them like this. And then when you cut them like that, you just want to spread them around like that, like so. Yeah, and then you can use whatever peppers and whatever onions you want to use. But I do suggest that you use peppers and onions because the peppers and onions, it just gives the ribs the flavor. It's just a lot of flavor after you, I'm telling you, after you cook these ribs for about an hour, because you need to cook them for a long time, okay? You don't need to just put them in there for 30 minutes. You need to cook them for about an hour or an hour 30 minutes because, baby, the longer you cook them, the tender they get. And they're going to be so delicious. They're going to be so delicious. You ain't going to have no choice but to tear them up. You ain't going to be able to stop eating them. And I put some green pepper and this me putting onion. I cut up my onion and I spread it around. See, you want to put at least, you want to put the peppers on every piece of meat. Every piece of meat needs to have a pepper on it. I promise it's going to have your house smelling so good. It's gonna have your house smelling so good. People gonna walk up in there and they're gonna be like, girl, what you cooking? You got enough for me? Girl, I need a plate. I need a plate. Or if you a man, nigga, what you up in there cooking? Oh, sorry, you might not be a nigga, I'm sorry. You might be a man. Man, what you up in there cooking? Give me some of that. Give me some of that. Okay? And then, I don't know where I disappeared to, but I'm probably getting the other peppers. I also use, if I have them in my refrigerator. You can really just use whatever you have in your refrigerator. You don't have to go buy anything if you don't have it. But, I'm putting eggs on. I don't really remember what I was making here. And I didn't finish it. So I know y'all going to be wanting the finished picture, but I really didn't finish it. But I showed y'all the preparation. And sometimes that's all you need is the preparation because the preparation should help you get to the final product. Okay? And I put some eggs on. I think I was making a salad as well. But back to my ribs. I'm also on the phone, so I'm kind of distracted. But you see me putting even more seasoning on there because the seasoning matter. The seasoning matter. When you cooking ribs, there's not no such thing as too much seasoning. If you ask me, when you cooking ribs now. Now, if you cook something else, like if you cooking chicken, you can't put that much seasoning on no chicken. You really can't. You really can't, unless you're gonna fry it. But if you baking, you can't do that. Okay, and then you want to put some aluminum foil on top. I guess I didn't have the other tricolor peppers. I just had the green pepper and the onion, which is okay. That bell pepper and that onion gonna give it some good flavor that you gonna love. And then you put the aluminum foil on top of it, and you put that in the oven. Okay, and you're gonna put it in the oven for about 20 to 30 minutes while you cooking your sides for your meal. And when you get done cooking them, well, it depends on what you cook. Cause I might be cooking a salad. I'm really not for sure. That's the only thing I can think about with eggs. Why would I be cooking eggs and ribs? So I'm thinking it's a salad. And then once you put those ribs in the oven for a minute, if you want to add barbecue sauce on them, you could take them out and then add the barbecue sauce on it. Sometimes I do dip my ribs in the barbecue sauce after I put the seasoning on them, and then put them in the oven and then take them out and put more barbecue sauce on them, just depending on how. And then put it back in the oven for about an hour, and then boom, they gonna be delicious. Y'all should try them, TTYL.